and they can't do it outside.
All right, people. Good morning. Good morning to everyone, wherever you are watching from. This is Mr. O, yours truly. Welcome to this broadcast. Yes, we are back on the road again. I guess you had a great weekend, and you are starting the week good. All right. So, just as we started last week, we've been talking about the processes of this teacher program. In fact, I converted it into a kind of a season, like a series that you are watching, in which you, the applicant, is the main character. You are the Raymond Reddington. You are the Brad Pitt. You are the Arnold Schwarzenegger of that particular movie. You know, and it's fun to have. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to know that you are the main character, and the things and the processes and the things you do will determine whether you will be successful or not. And those are the things we have been talking about and we've been discussing. So in season one, we talked about documentation, interviews, and what have yous. Yes, we talked about documentation, the interviews, and what have yous. So at the end of the day, we are trying our best to kind of get to the bottom of it, make sense out of it, in order for us to be in compliance. Then we also talked about the visa processes, filing and going to the embassy. In fact, I mean, a lot of you are able to do the visa application, filling the DS 160 to the American embassy. First of all, you have to pay the visa fee at GT Bank. Then you get access to fill the form, choose a date, book. And even if you are booking, some of the agencies are able to give you letters that will help you to speed up the the process. We call it the emergency or the waiver letters. All right. These letters are supposed to help you get a faster date. So those times when the American embassies were not giving interview dates, the agencies will give you a letter which you can put in order to fast track you getting a better date. Okay, so those were also there, and I believe most of you are able to go to that is why I was a little quiet on it. If I know that some people are having problem with filling that, then we can go on and do a video on it to better equip our people so that you don't make certain mistakes. All right, or maybe probably we have to go through the questions so that everyone will understand the reason why they ask some of the questions they ask. Okay, why they ask some of the questions they ask. Some of you will see it as irrelevant. Yes, I know some of you will just read some of the questions and it sounds like, why are they asking this question? But the relevance of it, thank you, Mr. Say, thank you so much. The relevance of it is what we'll be looking at. Okay, so Joy says, I'm watching from Nigeria. How do I get sponsorship to join in Canada? Oh, really? Okay, so unfortunately, Joyce, I don't give sponsorship. I don't do sponsorship. I'm not an immigration officer. I'm not a consultant for the immigration IRCC or US Embassy or anything. I'm just a regular Joe explaining and guiding everyone on the things to do, the things not to do. So if you want sponsorship, you need to get to the IRCC website and check and follow other content creators who specialize on sponsorship, especially Choco Millionaire, Fauhundi Hotspots, Peter Bewa, and all the guys in Canada who talk about sponsorship routes. Okay, yes, very, very so. As I said, today's video, which is episode 3, season 3, episode 1. So you have gotten your visa from American Embassy, you've entered the US and everything. We went through the process at the port and all those things. The questions you can easily be asked, the questions you must be careful of. After getting all that, you are in the US now. So what next? The next thing is the agencies will organize an orientation for you. Most of the agencies do, but not all of them. They will organize an orientation for you. It's like a welcome orientation of a sort, where they brief you on the do's and don'ts. You sign agreements, bring your documentations together, and other things. Thank you, Mohammed. Bring your documentations in perspective. Make sure everything is all right. Then they will show you the way to your school. Some of the agencies, especially the EPI, after your orientation at the hotel, all that they'll do is they'll bus you to your location. Okay, you should have booked your accommodation, you should have booked your Airbnb, whatever, by that time. So you tell them where you want to alight. They will take you there, and that's it. They are done with you. You are on your own. All right? You are on your own. The rest of the documentation of the integration is up to you. The rest of the integration is solely on you. And I always tell the teachers who come that, yes, the agencies will organize their orientation, but you need the real orientation. Whatever they give you is not as real as what other teachers here will give you. So you need to get connected to other teachers who are in the system already. And those new teachers who came this year, I organized a little bit of Zoom. In fact, we're supposed to be doing that almost every month, but the time is not even enough. So we are not able to do it so often. But to the larger extent, what we did was to give them the behind the scenes orientation, which for me is something that we all should have gotten. All right? Telling you the reality on the ground, telling you the reality, how real the thing is. Because sometimes you think it is a fanfare, you think it is, just simple. No, it is not. Okay, it is not. So we give you the behind the scenes orientation. Yes, the orientation after the orientation. That is how we call it. That one is where we are real with you. Okay, we go real with you. We go hard with you. There is no point in missing words and trying to polish the truth. No, the truth is what we tell you. Okay, you'll be hit hard. Yes, you face the reality in the classroom. You need, you know, and how you can handle that easily. Those are the things we will tell you behind the scenes. And there are certain truths that you cannot speak on air, on radio. They are not radio friendly. So you need to just talk about it behind closed doors. In camera. That's what the court system calls it, right? In camera discussion. hmm And that is what we will do and give you. And those are the things that some of us will try to help you with, where you see what is on the ground. When it comes to classroom management, when it comes to handling the students, that is the job for which you were employed. So we will give you the reality check. When it comes to acquisition of driving license, when it comes to uh, social security, credit cards, and all those things, you know. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Kenny. Thank you, Kenny. I'm the world's greatest class prefect. I'm telling you the truth. So we will be able to help you and give you those realities. We are not going to lie to you. We are not going to play with words. No. We say it as it is. And those are the things that you need to get into your mind in order to release your tension, in order to bring your anxiety down so that you are not so anxious about how you are going to work it out. At least your first week, your second week, your first 1 month should be okay. Some of us didn't have that, but it is good to have people who are ready to do that for you. So you get connected. That is very important. Yes, some people think they can do it on themselves. Yesterday, over the weekend, I was speaking to some other teachers, and I've heard some horrible stories. This teacher, in fact, he came, he changed school because there was a problem with his principal. Then after changing the school, he went to the next school. That one also, he left. There was another problem. Then he got QTS and went to the UK. All right. Surprisingly, when he went to the UK, he just took a leave of absence. In fact, the school was on a break already for that particular time that he went to the UK. So he went to the UK. Right that it got down, the following day he went to the classroom in the UK. Got a school to teach there. Thank you, Vivian. Oh yes, the truth to set you free, marvelous. He got to the classroom in the UK, taught an experience that have a nice day. It's okay. Watch your back. Thank you. He taught for 2 weeks. Okay. Yes, he taught for 2 weeks. Then after that, he realized that UK is not a place for him. So he had to come back to the US, which was very, very unfortunate. I mean, he was just lucky. He was just on a lucky streak, So he came back to the US again and came back to his job. Luckily, he didn't resign. So nobody knew where he went. So he just came back and joined the school again. So that was his luck. If he had resigned, that was a point of no return. A point of no return. Marvelous. How is it? How is the program going? So that is some of the things, because some of these guys need certain orientation. They need to understand certain things. Okay? They need to understand certain things. How the system works. Look, your success in this program depends on how informed you are. Yes, how informed you are. If you are not well informed, trust me, if you are not well informed, you will mess up. Okay? We've done a lot of videos on certain aspects, credit cards, the financial system, and classroom orientation and all that. But truth be told, you need a deeper understanding. Yes, it's not just on the surface level. Oh, just take credit card and use it to buy. It's fine, yes. But you see, why do you even need that credit card? You need to understand why you are even taking that credit card in the first place. You have been given 50% scholarship to study in New Haven University in the US. Okay, but I don't have the remaining fees. Well, there are so many videos that have been done on that by both Choco, Peter, and sometimes me myself. I talked about it briefly. But Peter Bewa is the person to go to. He has done extensive videos on that. Alazan, he's done extensive videos. Empower. You can try Empower Loan. If your school is part of the Empower Loan system, then you can go ahead and apply. All right? Yes, you can go ahead and apply to Empower Loans. They can give you a loan to cover the rest if your school is part of their list. Good. Yes. So when you get in here, you need that kind of orientation. Driving license. You need to get a driving license, the US driving license. Trust me, it is very important. That is why I always encourage you to bring your home driving license and that becomes a seamless transformation or how do you call it? Translation into the US one. Okay. Once you have your home license, especially those coming from countries that we drive on the same left side as the US, it's easy. It's much easier. Good, Kim Felix, that is very good. Go get your license. It's much easier. Once you do that, you will be able to go to the DMV. All you need to do is write the test, write the written test. Then they'll book you again for the driving test. Then you go with your car or a car that is registered on which you have an insurance. I think this particular episode, we have to do part 2. That is why I named it part 1. You need to have an insurance, a car that is registered, in order to get the driving test done. Yes. It doesn't necessarily have to be registered in your name, but you need to have an insurance, because if you go to the DMV, the one taking you for the driving test will inspect that thing. You will inspect whether you have insurance. Okay, and you ask for the registration of the car. Those are the 2 things, registration and insurance. You will inspect it before you guys will even hit the road to do the test. The laws work, so put that in your mind. And Social Security as well. You have to spend at least 10 days in the system in order for you to go to the Social Security office to register. So like what we call the SNP number back home in Ghana. I don't know how the Nigerians call it or Zambians call it. If Social Security is like everything, it's like everything here. It's like your security number. Once you get it, then your taxes and everything, you can file and all those things. You can do all those co-minimums. You understand? And you have to be at least 10 days in the system for you to go. Some of the districts have now computerized it so you can apply online. Some too, you have to go there physically with your documents, your DS 2019, and your passport page, and all those things before you can apply for your Social Security number. It's very crucial. Once you have that number, everything you do will be registered in the system. Your taxes and everything. Okay? So you need that as well. And so it's very important. Social Security, driving license. Then what again? I think we've done those 2. Kind of, you move and let me pack. And some of you, if you are not able to come with your driving license, the alternative is that you need a state ID. Okay, you need a state ID. What we call the state ID. State ID is basically the ID of the state in which you are. So you can, if let's say you are in North Carolina, you will need an ID from the North Carolina DMV. At least a state ID is just like it kind of serves the purpose of the driving license actually, but it gives you that clearance. Remember, with your driving license from Ghana or from Nigeria, you are allowed to drive for 90 days. Legally, you are allowed to drive for 90 days. Okay? You are allowed to drive for 90 days. But after that 90 days, you need to be able to get the state in which you are driving license in order to be in compliance, so that you don't have to be using your passport and all those things for IDs. You don't have to be carrying it around every time. All right? That is why you need the driving license. Because once you have a driving license, in fact, I told you already, you can fly with the driving license. You can do domestic flights with your driving license. Okay? If I'm flying from North Carolina to Florida, I don't need to carry my passport. I can just have my license. Once they swipe it, every information they need is there already. and that's it. They just allow you to go. That is why it is very important. The ID, once that ID serves every purpose, it's connected. The whole thing is connected. So if you don't have the driving license, you need to get the state ID. State ID is always very important. It helps you to do things easily. If you want to get a phone, they'll ask for your ID. If you want to, because it captures the address where you are staying. It captures certain vital information about you. So the person will not be asking you which address do you stay, what is this. No, once they take that card, everything is on it. Okay, every information they need, and it helps you in doing certain basic stuff easily. So that is, by the way, driving license, social security, very, very important, very crucial, and it is very important you get these two things done before you start school, because when you come and you are lucky, you may not start school immediately. So getting some of these things situated, you drive. I tell people all the time, as soon as you are landing, once you know the state you are going, start learning from Ghana, start learning from Africa or Nigeria, wherever you are. Go online, look for the book for the DMV, for South Carolina, start reading. Start reading on, if you are going to Missouri, start reading. If you are going to Florida, start reading. So that by the time you come, you are well vested in the rules of driving. Troy, good morning. You are well vested in the rules of driving. The very moment you guys are done with your basic orientation with the agencies, you go to the DMV, go and write your exams. If you understand, go and write your exams. Once you write the exams, the next thing is, once you pass the exam, you just need to book for the driving test. But a lot of people wait. Look, there is a Mexican teacher. He has written the exam like 5 times. She has written it. I'm sure, no, she has written it 3 times already. And I think she has one last chance. If she's able to, if she's not able to pass, she'll be required to go to a driving school. Yes. Because you are writing the thing too much, you are not passing. Why? They will ask you to go back and learn. And for every time you fail the test and you go, the cost increases. So don't forget. So if this is the first time, you pay $20. The next time you go, you are going to pay maybe $25. It's just a punishment for you to know that don't come here often. That's all. Yes, it's just a punishment for you to know that don't be coming here every day like that. Make sure you get it once. It's just one sitting. Boom. Every state has its rules. In North Carolina, for instance, you only need to pass 18 questions out of 20 or so, and you are done. In Florida, you need to pass 40 questions out of 50. Yes. So if you get at least 10 wrong before your 30th question, it means you know that the next question you get wrong, you are done. The system will just cut off. So just be careful. Just that you know, once you know the school you are going, you know the state you are going, start reading, start learning about it, and get here so that things will become smooth. With a little orientation, will add to your knowledge that you have already. You should be able to sail through successfully. Stanley, if you're on my page, you know how to get to me on the Telegram page. So guys, I'll leave you today. My time is very short. That is why I said we'll do the part 2 of this orientation, season 3, episode 1. We'll do another episode on it, because you need to get into the system and all that. Banking, we have not talked about banking, we've not talked about insurance, we've not talked about groceries, shopping, and setting up your home and all that. We will talk about it. These are all things that need to be situated well. Okay, so this morning I'm just giving you just an introduction and a briefer. Your orientation is very important. And remember, orientation before orientation and after orientation, you need all that. Get those ones from the agency, but come to us and come to the teachers, not even necessarily me. You can once link to a teacher who's already here to give you the real deal orientation. That is what I call the real deal. Make sure you get that orientation before you start anything, or else you will mess up. Trust me, you will be messing up, and queries will be flying, and people will be talking, and you don't know where. In fact, you don't even know where the hole is. You just be running around. In Ghana, we say, "Oh, baby, You can't even find a hole to put the mouse inside, literally. And you don't want that. You don't want to run around like a chicken without head. No, 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 please. Situate yourself, connect with somebody who's already here. And my platform is there. You can always connect. We'll take you through. There are teachers who are ready to always speak to you guys. We organize Zoom, we organize for that. That's why those Zoom meetings, I don't bring it here. We've done a lot of Zoom meetings behind the scenes. I don't bring it here. Yes, because those things cannot be said on radio. They are not radio friendly. But this is where we tell you the real deal. What we have gone through, what you are going to go through, what is possible and what is not possible, what you can do to mitigate all those situations. Yes, we tell you. Once you know those things, you are armed and you know what to do. And you know when to take credit cards and when not to. Some of us make certain mistakes that we look. You are not my mother's child. You are not my family. But you see, we believe that if we are all successful, what is the point? It's good. Is that not it? It's good. Intelligence is communal. I mean, the human mind, we must come together like that and help each other. So that is all we are doing in this space. So we will walk you through. We will tell you. A lot of people have made that same mistake. They come, the very first week they come, they're taking credit cards. I said, look, don't rush. Take your time. And they'll give you peanut monies. Right? People have credit cards that they have 50,000, 100,000. Some have unlimited expenditure on their credit cards. They are not limited as how much they can spend. But if you rush, you go and get those $2,000, $1,500. Some even got $500 credit cards. It doesn't make sense. Why go for 2,000 if you can take your time, build your financial footprint? Once you have that strong enough in the system, a footing in the system, your social security is out, everything is out, you can easily get bigger monies. Is that okay? Yes. Now, the last time I referred somebody, he got $12,000 in credit. Yes, credit card that they gave him $12,000. Even me who referred him didn't get that, So it's the system works like that. The system works like that. So guys, I wish you all the best. Have a blessed week. Have a great week. And please don't give up. And as I said yesterday, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Keep doing what you want to do and keep believing in yourself and file the documents properly. Do the things right. Do it yourself. Don't let any agent take your money for free. Is that okay? I wish you the best and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.